Yeah, we're back. How y'all doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. So we're gonna get right on into it. We're gonna talk about what LeBron said. The Boston fans are racist. Why is that important? What NBA players really? What NBA players really changed the game? Andre Miller told LeBron to stay in college. I meant to go to college. The Cavs tanked to get LeBron, and they said Jordan had that glow. We'll talk about it right after this. Yeah. We back. We're gonna get right on into it. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Trying to see something. Get down there. Trying to see something. Anyway, hope all is going well. Like I said, we're gonna get into it. So LeBron came out and said that the Boston fans are racist, which may be true. I'm not sure. I'm not from Boston, never played in Stadium. But the one thing I will say is we you know, Bill Russell also said that the Boston fans were racist. And that we're talking back in the 50s and 60s. So basically, yes, I believe what he said. I just said I don't know. But yeah, I do believe it. But as we've seen last year, LeBron was asking for different guests to get kicked out of games, this, that, and the other. But for not racist things, I don't know what they were saying, all kinds of different things. But throughout the years, we didn't see fans getting kicked out of games. I mean, should they be held accountable for certain things? Yes. But at the same time, this is a sports and this is a competitive environment. If a fan's going to talk about you and your skin is that thin, then you're doing the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? You go out there and you play on the courts. You hear just about everything. So let's not act like we don't hear certain things. You know what I'm saying? When you go out there and play with your homeboys on the court, all kind of different things are said. So this era is just crazy. LeBron and what's his name? Russell Westbrook all year long were getting fans kicked out because of little stupid things. So that brings me to say why LeBron says that the fans are racist. Very possible. I don't doubt it. But the problem with him saying this is he's a part owner. If you guys didn't know, he's a part owner of the Boston Red Sox. So make it make sense. So it's like on one hand, he's taking money from the Boston fans because he's a part owner of the Boston Red Sox. On the other hand, he wants to call all them racist. So if you feel so bad about that, why are you part owner of that team? You know what I mean? And a lot of people probably say, "Oh, well, he's just making money. He's a billionaire. This, that, and the other." Yeah, that's exactly it. He's a billionaire. He don't need their money. Whatever partnership he has with that company, with the part ownership, he don't need that. So it's a double-edged sword. It's not even double-edged. If something bothers you that much, why are you participating with it? You know, I understand you got to go in there and play basketball games, but you don't have to be a part owner of the team. And you calling their fans racist, which once again, I'm not saying they're not. They more than likely are. But you're going to take money from these racist people. You know what I mean? So y'all make it make sense. To me, it doesn't make sense. I feel like if he felt that strongly about it, then he would not be part owner of the Boston Red Sox. And let's not say that, oh, well, basketball fans are different from baseball fans. No, it doesn't matter. You don't even have to be a fan at all of any sport. When you're talking about other people within a community, they feel like they're talking about everybody. Because at that point, you're saying Boston fans. Do you not think some of the baseball fans are also basketball fans? Or some of the basketball fans are also baseball fans? Make it make sense. You can't make it make sense because it don't make sense. If you feel that, yes, that's I don't care what nobody got to say. If you feel that bad about it, you will not be part owner of the Boston Red Sox. And don't tell me that he just figured this out. This man been in the league 20 years. He has felt that if he felt that they're racist, he's felt they're racist for at least 20 years. But he still decided to go be part owner of the same people of a baseball team in the same city. Yeah, that don't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I mean, he says that on the show, but not many people know that he's a part owner. As a matter of fact, I already knew that, but I didn't even really think about it when he said it. But then Kendrick Perkins said it on I can't remember the show, but one of the shows, the morning shows, sports morning shows. If you feel that way about it, why are you part owner? Give up your ownership, then. Give up your ownership. Honestly, I think the NBA is pretty much done with LeBron. The narratives are not going to be pushed for LeBron anymore. After, not last season, but I seen it last season that just went by. The narrative's not going to be pushed for him anymore. He might be in the league 2 or 3 more years, but that's it. The narrative is gone for LeBron, and the NBA isn't going to push it. They're done with him. Trust that. So we're going to push on to the next topic. What NBA players really changed the game? This came up because somebody on Facebook, we were talking, and they basically were saying like, oh, well, Clay did all the heavy lifting defensively, so Steph could go off offensively. Now we all can agree that yes, Clay has mainly played the better offensive player until this year. Obviously, he was coming off the Achilles and the ACL. We don't know how quick he actually can move. We'll probably see that next year, but Wiggins took that on this year, and Clay had it before he got injured. So yes, but let's not act like Steph just absolutely can't play it like he was playing James Harden type defense. James Harden type defense was just poke at the ball, let the guy go by. That's what James Harden was doing back when he was with the Rockets, because he didn't have that stamina that Curry does. Even when they try to go after Curry, Curry still goes out offensively and put numbers up. You know what I mean? So let's not try to act like Steph is just a cone, so to speak. No, that ain't it, baby. So, but going into that topic, what NBA players really changed the game? So for me, change the game. You know that I tried to look into history a little bit, but we had obviously Bill Russell back in the day. We had Wilt back in the day, and I don't know exactly when they took the dunking out of the game, but I imagine it was because of Wilt. Wilt was taller than everything. Nobody could stop him or anything like that. So I just feel like Wilt was part of that discussion of, hey, let's take the dunk out of the game. I have to look that up. I meant to, but I got a little busy. So actually, I kind of forgot to look it up. Then we have, they put up the I forgot about that when they put the lines up at the under the free throw. Man, I forgot to look that one up. Got to be more careful. My bad. But anyway, going from there, then we have, in my opinion, we have Dr. J. Even though he was in the ABA to start out his career, I think Dr. J put some flash and finesse into the dunk. And obviously we know what the dunk is today, but I think that was a pivotal part also in the growth of the NBA, ABA, because they were doing it in the ABA. They still wasn't allowing dunks in the NBA, but the ABA had the dunk contest and this, that, and the other. So Y'all correct me if I was wrong, but I'm pretty sure they still didn't have dunking in the NBA, but they did the ABA. And then they allowed the dunk in the NBA, and then they wanted to bring over that dunk contest to the NBA, seeing what Dr. J was doing every year. But he put Flash um, to dunking and made it more of a stylish thing, a stylish play. Um, then moving on from that, I believe really Magic, Magic and Bird. You know, they saved the NBA basically because the NBA wasn't getting the numbers they were getting till that rivalry started. So is that changing the game, so to speak? No, that's not changing the game, but that's a pivotal part, in my opinion, to the point to where if we don't have Magic and Bird, we don't have a clue what the NBA would be right now, if there would even be an NBA. You know what I mean? Maybe the ABA would have came back and did some things, or took over instead of the NBA. So that's why I put Magic and Bird there. I would say Kareem, but Kareem's shot, nobody's ever duplicated it. So that's why Kareem isn't in there. Then obviously after Kareem, you got, after Bird and Magic, you got Jordan. Jordan definitely changed the rules. He had the whole Detroit Pistons, Jordan rules and all this stuff here. The hand checking, different things like that, where you can literally back in the day push the guy to where you want them to go on the court. You got them into that defense. And then I have to say the Detroit Pistons defense changed the game, because we don't know. I'm not saying the Bulls or Jordan would have won more if they would have beat Detroit or anything like that if you didn't have the Jordan rules. But that's a debatable discussion. Once they got some actual talent in there, because before that I challenge anybody to Google anybody on them teams, or don't Google, name somebody on those teams that they had, and they were known as the traveling cocaine circus. So they weren't doing anything with those teams. We all know that. But maybe they would have beat them a year or two earlier when they did have, Charles Oakley or Pippen or whatever the case may be. But let's not get it twisted. Also, Pippen didn't start his rookie year, and then Pippen wasn't even an all-star their first championship. So anyway, just had to throw that in there. Then next, who actually changed the game? You have to kind of say, not change the game, but it's kind of like Magic and Bird, Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson, obviously, we all know, is came to the game dressed a certain kind of way. They didn't like it. They didn't like the tattoos. They didn't like the braids. They didn't like so many things about AI. The baggy clothes he used to wear to the game, different things like that. The NBA didn't like it. So it was more about, with AI, was more about player expression. That he kind of changed. Like I said, he didn't change the game, but it was more so changing the culture of the NBA, so to speak, and going through those battles with David Stern and the NBA. So gotta give some homage to him. You got Shaq. Shaq, nobody had, definitely in the modern game, seen anything so dominant, so big, a big force as Shaq. So on the Knucklehead podcast, Shaq even said it himself. Everybody was fouling him, but you got to ref him different. So David Stern told him that Shaq, basically all the teams are coming to me saying the same thing about you, that you too big, basically. So on the Knucklehead podcast, and Shaq said that. So they didn't call 3 seconds a lot that season on Shaq. I don't know what season it was, but it was one of the 3 where they won the championship. What up, B? I'll come on, drop on in. Man. So Shaq, you know what I'm saying, helped change that game. Man, what's up, man? You want to come on in? You know, I'm hard-headed, man. I'll be forget, though. Yeah. Me. Oh, let's try to come on, thing. On the I don't know, trying to post a thing in that call. Sitting politic over there, sitting and politicking. Oh, but I'm trying to. Man, there you go, Cole. What you say? What you talking about tonight, Cole? I'm talking about LeBron. First of all, I started with LeBron said Boston fans are racist. What NBA players changed the game? Andre Miller told LeBron to stay in college. The Cavs tanked to get LeBron, and Jordan. They say Jordan still got that glow, Cole. That's what I'm talking about tonight, Cole. Jump on in if you want to. I dropped the link, by the way. Oh yeah, Shaq. So Shaq said that in on the Knucklehead podcast that David Stern basically said, "Hey, just sit in the paint for 3 seconds, so is that necessarily changing the game?" No, that's not necessarily changing the game because that only applied to one person. But we pretty much know how if somebody else come into the league like Shaq, how they'll be handled probably. The next person I would say is LeBron James. LeBron changed the game more so in a manner of player what they call it, not development, player empowerment. That's what LeBron really changed the game, and that narrative or that, you know what I'm saying, being able to move around. Now I give LeBron a lot of credit because LeBron has always finished out his contract, but he pushed the narrative of where he wants to go. That is, you know, positive and negative, so to speak. But at the end of the day, for player empowerment, that's positive, more positive than negative, because without him doing that, he wouldn't have been able to get a championship with the Cavs. He wouldn't have been able to get a Kevin Love. He wouldn't have been able to get, you know, some of the players around that give up the first round pick of Andrew Wiggins for Kevin Love. That wouldn't have happened. So what he does is he go to a team. Hey, I give you 1-2 years. The Lakers didn't play it like that. The Lakers, he gave them 4 years, I believe, and this is the 4th year, I think, with a 5-year option. So he played 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. 22, 23, yeah. So if I'm correct, this would be his 5th year with he had a player option. He always put in a player option. Basically, if things aren't going the way he likes, then he can move on to the next. But I got a real good feeling that's coming to an end. There's a nice swing there from 2010 to now, 12-year swing. But the fact that all these players, you see what James Harden did. He forced himself out of Houston. He forced himself out of New Jersey. Kevin Durant played 1 year in his contract, got 4 years left and talking about getting a trade. So when you have major players moving like that, major name players, that pushes the whole scope of everything. That's like a magnet. When you get a KD moving somewhere, you know, if it was LeBron, you get a LeBron going somewhere, you get a Steph going somewhere like that. That changed the whole dynamic of the league. So we'll see, but I think that is definitely coming to an end in this next collective bargaining agreement. Yeah, that player that's gone. They're gonna modify that some kind of way to where these players don't have so much flexibility. They definitely they're gonna change that CBA up, collective bargaining agreement, because they can't have every single year all the major players just want to move, just sign $40 million contracts, $50 million contracts, one season and you're out. No, the NBA is going to do something about that in this next collective bargaining agreement to lead that. And then the last person so far is Steph. Steph changed the game majorly. I think Steph Curry changed the game probably more than anybody, because now we see that basically we almost have eliminated the big man, and the big men are out there trying to shoot threes. Big old Joel Embiid, and then somebody had the nerve to say, "Oh well, Shaq was playing, he couldn't do nothing in today's league." Are you crazy? Nobody could guard Shaq, even when you had the dominant big men. So you think somebody gonna be able to guard Shaq now? Stop it. There's nothing. Nobody. The closest thing would be Embiid. There ain't nothing he can do with Shaq. Maybe Jokic, but he ain't quick enough or big enough. Yeah. So, but what Steph has done to this league, oh my goodness. All the teams have changed. You've never seen all the teams like really change that way. When Jordan was doing it, it was a big man league. And I gotta give Isaiah his respect, but they won 2 championships with the little small point guard. But it kind of moved to a 2 guard thing, kind of like Deion Sanders. When Deion went big, it was like, oh, we need a shutdown corner. When Jordan started winning chips and stuff, oh, we need the 2 guard to be the man, the shooting guard. That only makes sense. The shooting guard. And before that, it was mainly the big man. Why you think Hakeem went before Jordan? He was a big man. It was a big man league. You know what I'm saying? Shaq could be a liability defensively, force a small ball lineup. I mean, yes, in a way, but all they got to do is play his own. You know what I'm saying? I think they can counter that with his own. But he would have to guard. Let's say you got Draymond. I'll put him on Draymond. I mean, obviously, every team don't have Draymond, but that's where I'm going to put him. I mean, even what's his name? Played for the Warriors. The Looney. Shaq can guard Looney. I mean, there's somebody on that team more than likely Shaq can guard, and Shaq, if he wanted to be, he can be quick enough. But in some instances, yes, he could be a liability. But I would put Shaq on my team 100 times out of 100 times. But yeah, he could be a liability. I think honestly, to me, the worst part about Shaq would be his free throws. Hack a Shaq. I don't know if that's still a thing now, but hack a Shaq. That's what I would do. You know what I mean? But I think Curry has had the most impact in changing the game of the NBA. Bar none. I don't. I honestly, I don't know much about the 60s and stuff. They run Shaq tired. Nah, Cole. Nah. Shaq ain't gonna get tired out there like that. You know what I'm saying? He can guard them, but not for 30 minutes and it'll affect his offensive output. I don't think it's gonna affect his offensive output. But I mean, you could be right. I'm not gonna just dismiss everything you're saying, but I will say that at that point, Shaq would have to get his regimen in. And that was the biggest problem with him and Kobe, because he didn't come in shape. And Shaq said it plenty of times, well, I got this young fella over here. I ain't got to come in and shake. I just kick it out to Kobe. Shaq is a jokester for one. But at that time, I truly don't believe Shaq really thought like that. He just thought he'd come in and be dominant. He was lazy during the summers or whatever, during the break. But if Shaq didn't get it together, yeah, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. If he didn't get it together and see how the game was flowing, and then just seeing how tired he actually would be, I think Shaq would have got it together and been able to do something. But like I say, I believe Steph changed the game more than any other NBA player. That's my personal opinion. Now, once again, I don't know much about the 60s and 50s and all that, but everything changed. When did everything change from one player? I don't think that's ever been done. Not to where every team in the league is trying to be that way. Now, Steph did it. Steph did that thing. And as we move on, Andre Miller told LeBron he should go to college. There was a on the Knucklehead podcast. I watch the Knuckleheads a lot. I agree because Steph changed the game. Yeah, cool. But Andre Miller on the Knucklehead podcast said that when he seen LeBron in high school, he told LeBron to go to college. Obviously, we all know LeBron didn't do that. He didn't take that advice. But come to find out, the reason he said that, according to Andre Miller, is because Andre Miller, I believe, was their point guard, and he knew if LeBron was coming there, it was pretty much over for him. And then here's another thing: they actually tanked. A couple coaches came to him and said, "We're going to tank the season, so you just need to move on," or whatever the case may be, because they knew he didn't want to tank the season. So they could be in a lottery to get LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Which is, I ain't gonna say it's messed up, but that's what he did. He didn't take the advice, so Andre Miller's a bum. Andre Miller wasn't no bum. Stop it. Of course he didn't take the advice. I mean, LeBron about to make millions upon millions, and he was at one point, I guess they were homeless. Of course he's going straight to the NBA. But right after that draft, guess what happened? They stopped it. Couldn't go straight to the NBA. Braun like Braun. Braun like, bro, I ain't trying to be you. Why I'm going to take your advice. I mean, he knew at the time, because also Darius Miles didn't think LeBron was going to be all that, or, a high school kid, which he was a high school kid. So he could relate to what he thought the impact of LeBron would be. Just like Darius Miles, he thought that too. So you can't jump on old boy Miller for telling LeBron to go to college. Now, lost out to 18-year-old. Yeah, he did. Bunch of hating ass old dude. He wasn't old then, Cole. He was still young. He was hating. I mean, it's probably some hate in there. I can believe it, because Darius Miles could have been the number one pick, but who was it? Kenyon Martin ended up being the number one pick, but they were thinking about not taking Kenyon Martin because he had broke his leg, and so he was coming up, and some people saying, "Oh, he wouldn't be able to do this, wouldn't be able to do that," but they ended up picking Kenyon Martin number one. I think Darius Miles went number 3 in the 2001 draft or something like that. Not sure. 99, 2000 or 2001, somewhere around there. So yeah, I'm pretty sure there was some hate there, definitely, because you got all this hype for this kid, you didn't have this hype for me. You know what I'm saying? Meaning Darius Miles and Andre Miller. Andre Miller was solid, man. He had some kind of crazy. I think he had some kind of crazy record. I don't remember, something about the most assists, led the league in assists, and led the league in assists, and didn't make the playoffs or something crazy like that. I don't know if it was Cleveland or, man, it was one of them teams anyway. But that's what Andre Miller said, man. Stop hating on Andre. Andre was decent, solid. Matter of fact, there's Miles. And I've heard a couple other players say that they wanted to play with him and Jason Kidd, because those guys really gave up the ball and tried to put people in the right position to get the ball, receive the ball. And they also, I'm going to have to look at old boys' numbers when I get off it. You know what I'm saying? Throwing all that shade over there. Nobody know LeBron was going to be what he was. I mean, but if you look at that play, well, he over there with his coach, and they doing some training, and he's trying to dribble between the legs and then shoot the ball off the side of the backboard. That'll tell you all you need to know about LeBron. Anyway, so the Cavs tank to get LeBron, and they say, "No, I gotta play there." That's because you hear this all the time. You cannot be the GOAT, and every time somebody see you, they talking about you glowing. Stop it. You got to be the GOAT. Even if I wasn't a Jordan fan, you got to be the GOAT. Except all the experts, they're not experts. Anyway, who says that they're expert? What makes them an expert? You know what I'm saying? Oh, fucking knew LeBron was next up. No, it wasn't. He won a championship. Well, he won one of the championships in the lockout season, shortened season. He won the bubblegum championship. Stop it, man. Stop. Anyway, let me bring this up, man. Now music. Let me find that thing. I gotta find. I had to get it up. Yeah. Hey, I gotta play this right quick.
Self-proclaimed cheapskate. At what point?
Y'all listen to this. This the knuckleheads.
We make sure we standing by them so people can take.
This what they said about Jordan, man. Just listen, man.
They want to meet you.
Fair use. Knucklehead podcast.
I'm like, look, man, look. I got two buddies that's hiding up there in the stands. They want.
Oh, y'all gotta hear this story, man.
And I'm shooting. At that time, like Cleveland. That's when he came to play in Cleveland, and it was like he thought the president was coming to the city. Remember, I don't know. Maybe I'm making this up. He said, "Give me Dre Miller and whoever else." Michael Jordan. In my head, and Jordan come in, looked like he had been swimming. You know, he was sweating on.
Uh-oh.
And I don't know if y'all remember. Maybe I made this up in my head. And Jordan come in, looked like he had been swimming. You know, he was sweating. I don't know if you remember. Like, hold up, that's Michael Jordan. And the first thing that came out of his mouth was, I don't know if y'all remember. I don't know. Maybe I'm making this up. He said, "Give me Dre Miller and whoever else."
That's because Mike. That's what Mike always did. He was smart about taking the point guard.
I get to play. Yeah, you. And then the crazy thing was when we was in Cleveland. That's when he came to play in Cleveland. And it was like he thought the president was coming to the city, like he was on a tour. And we was at shoot around, and he walked on the court. And at that time, he like, no family or friends in the arena to come to shoot around. I brought a couple of my partners, and they hiding in the stands. So I stay after, and I'm shooting, and whoo, a basketball hit me in the head. Michael Jordan came on the court when we were supposed to be off, and he hit me in the head with a basketball. Get off the court, young fella. I'm like, look, man, look, I got two buddies that's hiding up there in the stands. They want to meet you. And he talked to him, man, and that was my... Man, Michael Jordan ain't real to me. You know what I'm saying? He's not real. He wasn't real to me. You know what I'm saying?
So I love that year with him.
Real.
Just me and Q talk about it all the time too, man. Like every time we was playing them, we make sure we standing by them so people can take the picture and
sneaking
play. Like it was like, man, so you play Mike, you got to stand next
I don't care action for. I don't care if we standing still just to change.
I was trying to smell him. Hey man, like what was he? Look, man, that dude had black skin. He was bald headed. He was beautiful. Yeah. You know, he glowed. He was glow. He walked in like a glow. Like, man, he wasn't real. He was a character. He was a cartoon character that flew.
Yeah, that glow like Bruce Leroy.
Yep, Bruce Leroy for real, bald headed.
Man, y'all stop it, man. Y'all already know. I had to. I'm bugging right now, cuz. You need to hit them facts, cuz. Everybody know Braun was the next big thing. Nope. So every team tank for him. Man, please. I mean, whatever. I mean, I got that Kawhi laugh right now. You know what I'm saying? But no, man. They tank to get that man. That's cool though. Whatever. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But you can see how these guys, Shannon Sharp, talk about how Jordan had that glow. I mean, he liked LeBron so much, he never said LeBron had a glow. I mean, think about it. This is 30 years ago. You know, and Jordan's still supposed to have this glow. Now, you're a football Hall of Famer. Why are you looking at another man and he's supposed to have this glow? Stop it. Jordan is the GOAT, cuz. That's why. Like, no, you never hear anybody else ever talk about the Bruce Lee glow. You ain't seen the movie, go watch the movie. Show enough. I don't even know the name of the movie, but I remember seeing that part. And then he started glowing. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how I went anyway. But I do remember seeing the movie. But when have they talked about LeBron like that? Never. When has, you know what I'm saying? Dude, it ain't even debatable, to be honest. I just talk about it to calm y'all down some. But that lets you know join the GOAT. Even though that's not what that was about. It's just about you know what I'm saying, doing that thing. So anyway, man, that's the end of the show tonight. We went 36 minutes, which is all good. So with that being said, folks, I need y'all to go over there, Gates Open Media. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Help me get this algorithm going so we can get this thing pushed out to the masses and we can make it beautiful. Shout out Fit and Politics. They are always over there talking sports, putting out videos like 10 times a day, I feel like. I'm on there sometimes. Some of the other guys, Goose Andretti, you know what I'm saying? Paul, my dog Paul. We just do a beautiful show over there. So y'all make sure y'all go to Sit and Politic and check those boys out. Most importantly, like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this information. So you never know who wanna hear this nice information. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to hear it? Plenty of people. So y'all already know how we end this thing. You know what I'm saying? D-Mize Music. Check him out. Google it. D-Mize Music. That's the show is always sponsored by. So y'all check out D-Mize Music.
What's up?
Yeah, check out D-Mize Music. Like I always say, they don't make it like that no more. They don't make it like that no more.
Been through a lot.
Yeah.
This moment right here. Yeah. It's for the grown and sexy. Listen.
They don't like LeBron, Cole. They're in love with MJ. Yeah. Can't help it. He got that glow, cuz. When you see him, you just be like, what the? That's Michael Jordan. That's what happened.
Sick and tired of wondering, is my special lady waiting for a love that's true? No waiting, no down, no playing around, yeah. There is no prenup, just affection and commitment. If you're out there listening, I'm calling you, girl. So I'm looking for love. Said I'm searching for love.
I put the link out there, cuz. You was tripping.
I need a love face right till I'm finished. I won't stop till I find the silence. It's in you. In and out relationships, left with memories past tense, yeah.
I'll put the link out there, cuz.
I'm holding on, no, I let them go. I've searched the world over, yet she's still undiscovered. I refuse to quit now, I'm in my vow.
Google that name, D-Mize Music, baby. Like I said, make it like that.
Have you seen her? Have you seen my baby? I'm ready for love. I need a love that's like baby.
That's that feel good.
I need love, I need love, need your love. I'm gonna find my yeah. Destiny of love, baby. That's
D-Mine be bringing that phone. He in the line right now. On the show, man. I'm not getting on the show.
I'm looking for it. I don't wanna be all alone. I need you right here by my side. I can
Yeah. Hey, man, y'all make sure y'all go get that D-Mine's music. Just Google it. It's on Apple Music. It's on Spotify. It's on all the streaming platforms. Go get that music from D-Mine's. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know how we do. We'll see you next time, same time, and we out.